Who makes the best camp coffee mug? On this episode of the RV Atlas, we're back in the gear garage and we're going to review 7 different camp coffee mugs and tell you which one I love the most. I like a lot of them, I don't like a few of them, and there is one clear winner which I will share with you at the end. Alright, so it actually took me a really long time to find all of these, but I did find all of them, and Sean was very patient while I dug around for a few of them. So let's start with the Camelbak. I really do like this Camelbak Horizon 12-ounce stainless steel insulated coffee mug. It comes in a variety of cool colors. It's 25 bucks. It does keep my coffee nice and hot for a long time, and I also really like the lid. The lids matter an awful lot on these coffee mugs, and I'll explain why. So this one has this little hole here, which allows the coffee to get some airflow and flow through really nicely and not sort of like gurgle and actually kind of splash around a little bit as you're trying to drink out of it. This is a lot like the Yeti lid, so it works. It's functional and it's good. I am a fan of the Camelbak coffee mug, and it also has this non-slip rubber pad on the bottom, which is pretty cool too, and it actually really works and is very functional. Alright, so I love REI. I spend a lot of money at REI. I'm a co-op member at REI, but I'm not a huge fan of this coffee mug that I got there. So it's about 20 bucks. It is the double-walled insulated coffee mug. It doesn't keep my coffee that hot for that long. I would say it's kind of mediocre in that department. It does have the all-important little hole here in the lid, but the lid feels a little cheap and plasticky, and the whole thing just feels thinner and kind of less quality than a lot of these other camp coffee mugs. It's about $5 less than a few of them, but still for $20, not my favorite, even though it's cute and it's got the REI logo on it. And they make all different kinds of ones that have all different kinds of versions of the REI logo. So if you're an REI fan, you might like this. I don't think this is a super great camp coffee mug. All right, third, let's take a look at the mirror. I got this at Yellowstone National Park, so it has a cool Yellowstone National Park graphic on it. And Mir does do a lot of things like that, white labeling, whatever you call it, where there's different logos on it from different companies. But this is the standard Mir 12-ounce double-walled insulated coffee mug. It's about $24. It doesn't keep my coffee hot for very long. Other than that, I think it's attractive. It has a nice hand feel. The lid is fine. It has the all-important little hole there for airflow, but it doesn't have a closure here over the drinking area like the Camelbak one does. So that's part of the reason why I think the coffee doesn't stay hot as long. Stephanie does like this one. I just think it's not the best because it does not keep my coffee hot long enough, and that is a really important part of the equation for me. Up next is the Stanley. It's what they call the classic legendary camp mug. It's 12 ounces. It is the double-walled insulated stainless steel. I love Stanley stuff. I own a lot of Stanley stuff. I don't think this one's that legendary in my book. I was not exactly happy with this one. It does keep the coffee hot nice and long. It is sturdy and attractive. It does come in the cool Stanley green, but there's a fatal flaw. It doesn't have that little flow hole, and it actually does affect the drinking of the coffee. The coffee actually does kind of gurgle up in here, and it doesn't flow through nicely. So to me, that's just a straight up design flaw on this Stanley, which costs $23. And as I'm looking over here on the website, it's on sale for $17 now. Wonder why. Next up, let's take a look at the Arctic coffee mug. Now when it comes to coolers, I think Arctic really is just about as good as Yeti for a lot less money. The same is not true for their coffee mugs in my book. This one's only $14.99. Again, double-walled, stainless steel, insulated. I do like the lid. It does have the all-important flow hole when you flip over the lid. The issue I have, and it does keep the coffee hot, nice and long. I will give it credit for that. The issue I have is that you can't put these in the dishwasher. And of course, I always inevitably do end up putting them in the dishwasher because I forget. And when you put them in the dishwasher, they get discolored and they chip. Now, to Arctic's credit, they're clear. They say, don't put it in the dishwasher. But for me, it's just, it creates a problem because my wife's going to put it in the dishwasher or the kids are going to put it in the dishwasher. And the last one I owned did ship badly, and this one is already discoloring, which maybe could be washed off, maybe not. So it's not bad for the price. I like a lot of things about it, but it's not my favorite. All right, the Hydro Flask Camp Coffee Mug. Double-walled, insulated, $25, which puts it at the same price point as the Camelbak and right in the same neighborhood as the Yeti. It also has this soft touch exterior, which is really cool. It's almost like a membrane or an exoskeleton or a coating over the stainless steel. So it does make it really comfortable to grip and hold. Now, it has the all-important flow hole. But when I bought this one, I did not like it initially because it does not have a little lip like all of these other ones have to make it easy to pull the top off. So when I first got this one, a few times when I went to pull the top off, I actually spilled my coffee on myself, right? So I found that to be a total design flaw. Now I went to Dick's recently, to Dick's Sporting Goods, and they are selling a newly redesigned lid that has that little grab handle, right? So I don't know that they were listening to my feedback, but they were listening to somebody's feedback. And now they're sold with this new lid. So now I like this one quite a lot more. Then I thought they didn't put the flow hole in it, like the old one has, because you don't see it. But the crafty people at Hydro Flask actually did put in the flow hole. It's just right back here and you can't really see it. It's actually kind of in a cool little spot. So you get that nice, and when you close the lid, the flow hole is still exposed, right? So they have the flow hole and they have the little grippy handle to pull off the top. So I really do like the Hydro Flask. It comes in some cool colors. Maybe it's my favorite, maybe not. We'll find out. All right, so the Yeti Rambler 14 ounce keeps my coffee hot nice and long. It is the most expensive at $30, but it is a little bit bigger. But Yeti also makes the 10 ounce for $25. So all of these are 12 ounces. Yeti does a 10 and a 14. I do like the variety of colors you can pick with Yetis. You can it feels a bit more personalized. I like the lid. It has the flow hole. It has the closable lid, which helps keep your coffee hot longer. So it's like the Camelbak, like the Arctic, like the Hydro Flask, you can actually close it and sort of lock it magnetically. So I think this is a really, really good one. It does the job, it's rugged, and it is durable, and it is definitely near the top of my list. All right, so which of these is my favorite? A little bit of a tough decision, but I do have a favorite. It is not the REI because it just feels a little cheaper than the other ones, doesn't keep my coffee hot long enough. It is not the Stanley because of the fatal flaw of not having the flow hole, even though I do like Stanley products. It's not the mirror, even though my wife likes the mirror, and it has a nice hand feel. It just does not keep my coffee hot long enough. It's not the Arctic because the paint chipped on the last one that I had, and it discolors. Sometimes you can get that off, sometimes you can't. You can't put it in the dishwasher. And somebody in my house is always going to end up putting these in the dishwasher, so it's not the Arctic. So these are my three favorites, and I think these are all really good options. I actually really do like this Camelbak. I really do like the Hydro Flask now that they have redesigned the lid. But my favorite is the Yeti. And like I said earlier, I think that Arctic makes a cooler that's just about as good as a Yeti, but I think when it comes to drinkware, Yeti does actually make the best drinkware. This keeps my coffee hot forever and a half. It has the nice flow hole, it has the lockable lid. I think they're good looking, they're attractive, they come in cool colors, and it's functional and durable. I've dropped these before and they don't even scratch or dent. So I think Yeti makes awesome drinkware. This is definitely my favorite out of the 7 that we looked at tonight. So thank you for watching. If you liked this video, leave a comment. Tell me which one you think is the best. Tell me which one you have. Tell me which ones you've had that you didn't like. And please subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next time on the RV Atlas.